Hey everyone, how's it going? Oh, what a day. Had to do a Tom's wedding rehearsal today. Bit of fun actually, because you have to practice where you're standing and all that sort of thing. The bride walking down the aisle and all that, and yeah, so a bit of fun. We had a bit of a laugh, so that was pretty good. Enjoyed that. So. Lots of stuff to talk about today, good stuff, and one really serious thing that I find annoying, but I'll talk about that first and get it out of the way because it's annoying, and so I'm one for transparency and telling you what's going on, and it's nothing that's wrong with the program or anything like that. Don't worry about that. It's nothing bad. It's just something that's really annoying me. So I'll go into that fairly soon. Hi Sharon, how are you? Hope you're well. Oh my eye, I've got something in my eye. Oh, there it is. All fixed. Look at that. I think I'm a bit close. Is that better? Yeah, I want my face too close in there, didn't I? Do the light thing again. Anyway, I won't get sidetracked like I was last night with the lights. Boy with a new toy. It's just terrible. So I'll put lights on. Actually, I'm going to go put another light on, see if that makes a difference. Hang on. No, that's no good. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, that works. That might be better. Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay, we've got some people on. You can hear me, I take it. Give me some thumbs up so I know that you actually can hear me and you haven't just seen me running around the room like a mad thing for no reason. And thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I got a leather jacket. Thank you very much. I love my leather jacket. It keeps me pretty warm. It's a very wet day today down here in Tasmania, but I still had a good day, and yeah, so that's all fantastic. Okay, I've got enough people on now, I believe, so I'll let's get that right. Oh, if I tilt it this way, that's better now. There we go. Okay, I'm happy now. God, I'm a fussy person. Okay. First things first, I've had a few people contacting admin and a couple of people contacting me in regards to some comments made by Amber Lee Poole, who some of you may remember was an admin with Bitcoin Ascension. She's making claims that her account, when it hit level 4, never got paid. And she's putting that everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And from what I've been told anyway, I haven't seen anything, but they've shown me posts and proof and all that sort of thing. I only go on evidence, I don't go on hearsay. So I just want to set that record straight. The account level 4, when her account hit level 4, it was paid. Okay, we've got the proof to show it was paid. The problem is, and this is where it's misleading by Amber, back in mid-January, to a lot of new people, back in mid-January, we'd only been open like, I don't know, just over a month, and we got hacked. They got in, they took some money out of coin payments and changed some people's Bitcoin addresses around. We were on it within like an hour. We had, not only did we shut the person out, we actually found out who it was because Jamie Hall was is a friend of mine. He was in Bitcoin Ascension. And he was on it straight away, and he found out who the hacker was, identified the actual person who it was, and actually gave all the evidence to who it was, so we all knew it was that person. So I didn't even know that person. They'd only joined the day before. Funny that. And so we stepped up security and things like that. Now, when that happened, that person had changed some accounts for members, their Bitcoin address, and we put word out there. I did it on lives for like weeks. We dedicated one person from admin, Charisse, to actually change everyone's Bitcoin address for them. We were told, Amber even did a live saying, make sure you change your Bitcoin address unless you absolutely know it's yours, because some people keep them on record and things like that, right? So we did all that. And for about a week, you know, everyone was changing their Bitcoin address and they all got changed and everything like that. Amber didn't do it. So when her account, and she, to be honest, she had a couple of months to do it before she actually cycled, okay? So when it went to level 4, it paid the 0.12. So it literally paid the 0.12, and I can show it if anyone wants to see it. And but because she didn't change the Bitcoin address, like she was telling everyone else to do, it went to the hacker, the hacker's Bitcoin address. I mean, I can't check everyone's address. You know, it's up to you guys to look after your own accounts, and she knew that. She was an admin. Of course she knew that. So it wasn't done. Now, she came to me very upset. I would have been upset too. But, you know, and I didn't say, oh, look, it's all your fault, tough luck, because you guys know what I'm like. I'm not like that, right? I felt for her. I really, really did. And I said, as soon as I can make some money, I'll pay you out of my own money, 0.12, because I didn't want her to miss out. And she agreed to that, and she was happy with that. So I do not understand why she is commenting on so many posts around the place, from what I've been seen and like been shown, that Bitcoin Ascension never paid her. You know, and she'll never get her money, and all that. When she knows it's going to happen. So I don't understand why she's doing it. Maybe she's all about the money and not about the vision. She no longer is active with Bitcoin Ascension. She's jumping around all over the place like people do. I'm not judging her for it. That's what she's doing. She needs to make money. I can understand her being upset with what happened. Some fault goes to her. And what upsets me is that I was willing to pay money out of my own pocket so she didn't miss out. Because, you know, even though she had a couple of months to fix a Bitcoin address up. So that's what's got me a little upset, because I say, yeah, I'll help you out of my own money. Now, I'm not a rich man. I really, I'm not. I don't have a lot of money. I really don't. I struggle myself. And I dedicate myself just to Bitcoin Ascension. I don't jump around into other programs or anything like that. I just do this. And you guys know you can reach me anytime. So I don't know why she's doing this. I know she is doing another opportunity, going by some messages I received from some other members saying she was bad-mouthing me, and apparently I'm full of myself. I didn't know that, but apparently I am. And, you know, and telling everyone that she's getting scammed, and she wasn't getting scammed. So, but she also puts in those messages that she's doing another opportunity. So that's a lot of second-rate marketing right there, and I'm not too impressed with that. So I'm a little upset about that, because it's a lie, and I was trying to do something out of the goodness of my heart, and she's throwing it back in my face. So sorry, it's pushed me too far. I'm not going to pay you out of my own pocket. It was your fault for not checking it, and since you've been dissing me and dissing Bitcoin Ascension with no grounds whatsoever, I'm not going to pay you out of my own pocket. Now you can call me a scammer if you like. That's it. You know, I can only be pushed so far. I'm trying to help heal the world, and all you want to do is try and bring Bitcoin Ascension down and stop us healing the world. And that's all I see. I don't take things personally, but we want to heal the world, and we've got someone who's worried, you know, who wants to stop us healing the world, and I'm not too happy about that. So, you know, I've removed Amber from the Facebook group. She's got no interest in it anyway, so it's no big deal. And I'm not taking the account she has away from her. She'll still be paid. And her Bitcoin address was fixed up. I did that myself. Once we found out that she hadn't changed it, I changed it for her. So, you know, and I was willing to pay her out of my own money. But that's the end of that. I'm just saying, it's only because people have come to me and our admin saying, this is what she's saying, is this true? Well, no, it's not true. She is lying, okay? So if you want to stick with someone like that, go for your life, but that's the truth of it, and I can prove it all in conversations I had with Amber and things like that. And I'm sure this will get back to Amber, and I don't care, because I know I'm telling the truth and she's not. So that's the end of the negative stuff. I don't like negative stuff. I really, really don't. I'm a positive person. But when push comes to shove, you know, we're here to try and heal the world, and you know, that's what I'm here to do. So, and that's why you guys are here. Okay, so so that's that taken care of, and so we can get into the more positive stuff and the real stuff that's going on, and not the bleating from people who haven't been hard done by. So, what can I do? I don't know what else I could do, guys. If you've got a suggestion, put it in the comments, because I have I had no idea what to do with that, to be honest. But you guys have a right to know, because you guys have come to us and asked the question. So I thought I'd answer it on a live. It's recorded, play it back again and again, and it's going to be the same answer. Okay, so that's that. What else is happening? Good stuff is happening too. It's not all doom and gloom, guys. That's the worst thing that's happening. It's not even a bad thing, is it? So okay, I went to I put a post up earlier in the group. I went to Bourne Wildlife Sanctuary, heck of a name, and Australia's good for names like that, Bourne, and went there and I put photos up and everything like that. The photos, I've got some videos too that I took of me feeding the kangaroos, and there was a kangaroo there with a Joey in the pouch and things like that. And there was a nice big bull one there. It was only a grey, well, not a red. Red are like twice as big. They're huge. But he was friendly enough, but he was grabbing. He got these massive claws. They got these claws for digging and things like that. And he was grabbing my arm, saying, give me more food. So it was really, really cute. But the Tasmanian devils were there, and there was a cockatoo, and it's over 100 years old, and it outlived its owner, and Bourne took it in, and it even got a letter from the Queen. It's actually there on a plaque, letter from the Queen when he hit 100. But he was there in the First World War, the Second World War, all the things that had happened. This bird, and he talks, his name's Fred. It was really cool, and he was really friendly. He came right up to the front of the cage, and he's turning his head like that, and he's fluffing his tail and flapping his wings at me and talking to me. It was awesome, absolutely awesome. But what I loved about the wildlife sanctuary was all the birds are there, and birds are usually skittish at the best of times, but all the birds there, you go to the front, and I was taking pictures, with my iPad, and they'd all come to the front, and, they're there looking at you, and they're quite happy to see it. What that tells me is the staff and the people that run Bourne Wildlife Sanctuary are good people that don't mistreat animals, because all the animals were really, really trusting. And in a wildlife sanctuary especially, a pet sanctuary is one thing, although we've seen with the cats and things like that how mistreated they've been, so that they were a bit wary of people. But wildlife, they're not used to people in the first place, and they've been injured hit by cars and things like that. And Bourne takes them in, and for these animals to be so trusting and so at ease around humans just shows how amazing this wildlife sanctuary is. I will be emailing them to discuss having them into Bitcoin Ascension with us to help them out a bit. They run the place beautifully. They've got a on-site veterinary surgery there. And things like that, and they even invite you in to see, although they do give you a big warning at the beginning, saying some of the things you may see may not be too pleasant, sort of thing, because some of the animals are already dead, and they're trying to find the cause of death and things like that. So I didn't go in because because I was sick. I don't like to see animals suffering. So, but it was an amazing day. It rained on me quite a lot. I got very wet, but I was still having fun going around there, and they had some of the tiger snake there and all that sort of thing. Very poisonous snake over here, and but a lot of people there, and which was great. So I bought a little Tasmanian devil, Tasmanian tiger for my daughter, because she loves her little toys and things like that, and I bought a Tasmanian devil for someone too, and I'll be posting that to them, and. It's cute. Hang on, I'll get it. Hang on. I've got it right here. I've got them right here. That's what a Tasmanian tiger looks like. Okay, they're extinct, thought to be extinct, although conspiracy theories say they're deep in the wild. And they lived in Tasmania only. That's why they call it Tasmanian tiger, and they had the stripes on them. But they were hunted to extinction, I believe, so a long time ago. But sort of like the national symbol of Tasmania sort of thing is the Tasmanian tiger. And hang on, get out. And that's a Tasmanian devil. That's what they look like. They're fairly big creatures. Got a long tail. Hello. And yeah, look pretty cool. And so I'm sending that to someone. And yeah, they're pretty cool. They're beautiful animals. But they got like I was there when they were just talking about them. They got draw strength. They're only little compared to like your bigger one. They got a draw strength about the same as a hyena. And they when they eat something, because they're carrion eaters, they don't just eat the meat. They actually eat and digest the bones as well. They eat the whole thing. Everything's gone. Nothing is left. So it just shows you how powerful these little buggers are. But yeah, and they only live about 7 years, 8 years, I think, or something like that. So there you go, Tasmanian devil. Okay, there you go, just to show you that I was there. So yeah, I had a good time there today, and then I was doing the wedding rehearsal with Tom this afternoon. We had a bit of a laugh, and we were talking about different things, and I think he's put up a thing in there where if 50 people purchase a position, he'll buy 50 positions, I believe, or 30 or 50 or something like that. He'll match it and buy 50 positions as well. So you need to comment on his post that you're buying one. Just put your position number, and that's cool. And of course, we have the other competition is if you introduce someone new who's going to get involved. Remember, I said, you know, not your dog, your cat, and your favourite share. Someone who wants to actually get involved with Bitcoin Ascension. I'm not just talking about the matrix, I'm talking about what we want to do, right? Because these are the people we want in. So that competition's running, and to be honest, to find 50 people, because there's 100 accounts being given away, one for the person that introduces them and one for the new person, so they get an earlier account. So they don't just get their one account that they bought, they get one earlier as well, which is a nice little bonus for them. And it's the first, basically, 50 people that bring in a person each. So that's Warren Irvine's already brought someone in, and someone said, "Oh, how long is it running?" Because I didn't really put a definite time on it or anything like that. But I think with the couple of thousand people we have in Bitcoin Ascension, I think finding 50 people should only take about a week. And Tom's quite happy to give away these positions to people, you know. So that's awesome. So get stuck into that. Someone did ask me today, you can tell I answer a lot of messages during the day. Someone asked me today, what do you tell people? You know, how do you tell them about the matrix? I said, I don't tell them about the matrix. I talk about Bitcoin Ascension and what we want to do. We want to bring as many people as we can into Bitcoin Ascension so we can actually make some major changes around the world. And that's why I want millions of people in, not just a few thousand. You know, I want millions of people in over the years coming in and all of us working together to fix the problems of the world, because we can, right? Oh, and by the way, we also have a matrix where you can get involved and you just buy a position, and it's something that's going to give you a revenue, you know. And the more people that come in, the faster it goes, blah, blah, blah. But it's what Bitcoin Ascension is going to be about, and we have a matrix. You know, that's how I really talk to people, and they go, "Oh, you have a matrix." So I said, "Well, you know, you get involved with a charity and you give to that charity and you volunteer for that charity, which is great, and that's what we do, right? But you don't actually make, except for satisfaction, you don't make any money out of it. With Bitcoin Ascension, we want to be working together, get as many people in, so we can do that sort of thing, help the charities or help causes that are happening in the world. But we've also got a method, right now only one, but we'll have others. We've got a method where you can actually earn revenue as well while you're working with us, while you're helping us bring people in so we can change the world. And that's exactly what Bitcoin Ascension is. And when I do have enough people, I will be changing the structure of Bitcoin Ascension, not the matrix, but Bitcoin Ascension, to be registered as like a foundation and things like that. So, and we'll have like a trust account and things like that and all that. But I need the people in to be able to initiate something like that. But we also have a matrix, or, you know, whatever else I bring in. We also sell merchandise and things like that. And the profits from that go to helping charities and speeding up the matrix as well. So, that's why we want people in. It's not about the matrix, it's about what we want to do. That's what you talk to people about. If you find people who really want to make a difference in the world and it's not hard working with us. We will show you how easy it is to use. I have my computer on, and it's just running through the YouTube. YouTube is really important, guys. It's better than Facebook, to be honest. You get on YouTube and you just hit one of the playlists, because Terry, the amazing Terry, has organised them into playlists. So I picked the playlist where it's like Gary Heath's and Reno's and Craig Smith's and Kathy's videos, short videos they make. I hit that playlist and it just plays automatically. Now, if I haven't liked it, I hit the like button and I'll make a comment, and I just cut and paste the same comment in each one. And I turn the volume off, and the playlist just runs through like 46 videos. Now, what that does is get us recognition from Google and things like that, which ups our rankings, lets the videos be seen more. Now, we've got like a few hundred views on it, on most of the videos and everything like that. To be honest, we should have thousands of views. We really, really should. Just from the guys in here, let alone anyone else. The more we do that, the better. So just turn on your YouTube, go to Bitcoin Ascension, right, in your search bar, it'll take you to Bitcoin, hit the playlist, there's a category, there's playlists, categories, things like that. Hit the playlist one, pick the one with, I think it's 46 videos of just all the little short ones, click on that, turn your volume off, and let it run while you do other stuff. And if you're looking at it at the time and you haven't liked it, hit the like or hit the subscribe as well, and make a comment. I just make changing people's lives every day. That's all I do. And I'll just copy and paste that into ones when I see it. I'm going to miss a few here, but then tomorrow I'm going to get on, do the exact same thing with the exact same playlist, and the ones I missed I'll like and I'll comment. But it's the playing, the length of play time, how long people are watching it and things like that. And yeah, it's still going. And fantastic. And it's, sorry, I'll keep on. There we go, playing. Beautiful. And it'll just run through it. And if we all do that, and you're not doing anything, you're not recruiting anyone, so don't worry about it. It's not going to go against your religion. Not recruiting. It just plays it, and what it does is it gives us that the rankings we need, the SEO rankings we need. And you've got to be honest with yourself. A lot of people are on YouTube, like millions of people are on YouTube, and they're going to see the videos we're doing and things like that, and they're going to come check us out. Simple as that. Now that we've got the how to get started button on the main page, they don't have to contact us straight away. They can go and get started themselves and then join the Facebook group, because Clive, when he did the thing, also has a Facebook group in there, and they can come in. They say, oh, I found you on YouTube or something like that, or I'm a member, because they've done it all, and of course we're just going to let them in. So that's all good. With the competition, with the competitions though, we will be checking every person that says they brought someone in. We will be checking the new person's Facebook account to make sure it's real, because we don't want people making fake accounts and saying, yes, I brought this person in, it's not a real person. It's not because I don't want to give away the positions, it's because every new person we bring in, we want to be active with us. That's why I say don't, bring your dog, cat and your chair in, because we want people to help us grow. Because why? Why do we want to grow? Because we want to heal the world. We want to stop the suffering. And every day we delay doing something, or we procrastinate, or and putting things off, those people suffer a day longer. And that's how you have to see it. And you suffer a day longer. Why should you suffer a day longer? And, this is the mentality you have to have if you really want to be successful and heal the world at the same time. You don't have to be a die-hard, I'm on here 24 hours a day, off you go. We don't have to do that, because working together, it only takes 10 minutes. We've got the videos that show you that. So I'm just trying to make it real so you all understand exactly where I'm coming from with this. We don't have to talk about the matrix. We talk about Bitcoin Ascension, the projects we want to do, the charities we want to help, and by the way, we have a matrix too, so you can be earning while you're sharing this dream with us. And that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Okay? It's not about the money, it's about what we want to do with our lives. The money will come anyway. Simple. If you don't understand that, message me. But that's it. We'll play this again, because I think I explained it pretty well that time. That's what we're all about. Yeah, we've got a matrix, that's great. But don't you want to heal the world? Don't you want to stop suffering? I know I do. I don't want to suffer anymore, and I don't want to see other people suffering anymore. And you may think, oh, we're really small. Every single philanthropist, every single charity started off with one person with an idea, and the drive to do it, and then found other people with that same passion, and they've come in. They come in, and guess what? That's why you have like World Vision with like 200 million people belonging to it and things like that. That's what we can be, and it only takes us to do it though. You can't say go to the government and say help us out with this. We have to do it. No one else is going to do it but us, and it's not hard. And we've even found out ways of marketing that takes you like 5-10 minutes, and you don't have to go out there and talk to everyone if you don't want. But what I will be doing is when we do the charities, where we want to help the charities out with positions from selling the merchandise and things like that, we'll be nominating charities, right? I'll do a post that's nominate some charities from different parts of the world, depending on how many positions. So if I've got like enough money for 20 positions, let's find 20 charities that we can help. Now, I will form a committee to then investigate those charities to make sure they're real. So, because I remember I was investigating a charity a long time ago, a few years ago now, because this lady has been donating to them on a regular basis every month for the last like 5 years. And she was talking to me about this charity. So it was an orphanage in India. So I went and checked it all out, and I did a lot of searching and things like that. Looked up the number because you need a charity number. If you're a charity, there's a certain number you need, and things like that. And you invest it, and I found out they were using someone else's number, and that the orphanage never existed. And then I dug deeper, and I found out for a fact there was nothing there. It's just a name. So I had to go back to this lovely old lady, or elderly lady. She wasn't old, elderly lady. And tell her for the last 5 years she's just been paying to someone's pocket and not helping the orphans at all. And she was very upset, but very thankful at the same time. So what I want to do, I'll organise a committee of volunteers who want to investigate the charities that we nominate to make sure that they're real. Okay, some will know they're real because there'll be common ones. Remember, we want to help a lot of the smaller ones, not the really big ones like World Vision and things like that. They don't need us, But a lot of the smaller ones who are trying to do what we're doing, but they centralise on one thing. We're centralising on everything, which is a great feeling. That way, no one gets like our matrix. No one gets left behind. No one gets missed. Okay, so we'll check out those charities. If you think that's good, let me know, because we want to make sure that when we do help these places out, that they're real and they're doing the right thing. And I think we want to cover as many genres as we can, sort of things like animal welfare, child welfare, orphanages, domestic abuse, domestic violence, whether it be male or female, because it does happen to both. Rape crisis places, things like that, where even clinics, some clinics around that rely on public support, sort of thing, to keep open, to be able to keep people healthy. And there's especially places in Africa and in small villages and things like that don't get to see doctors, and so they're the ones we can create accounts for, but we'll have to actually make sure they exist. So and of course, to get involved, they have to join make a blockchain account, sort of thing, at least, and that way they can have a receiving address, and then we can work with them with details later on how to actually convert that Bitcoin to the funds they can use to fund their projects. And I think we can do a hell of a lot with that. But of course, the more people we bring in, the more merchandise we sell, the more charities we can help. Guess what? We're then on a roll of actually making a difference in the world. Okay? That's why I get excited. And that's why I get annoyed when people start accusing us of being a scam. When we're all is it a scam to try and heal the world? That's what I ask you. Obviously, no, it's not a scam to try and heal the world when you really want to do that. So anyone calling us a scam online or anything like that, it's funny, all the people, like, there's write-ups about us and all that, because we're getting seen everywhere, which is a good thing. So there's no such thing as bad publicity as far as I'm concerned. But these people say, oh yeah, it's a scam, or so. And I'm probably one of the most accessible owners of a program. I think you'd have to agree. It's not that hard to get in touch with me. Not one of those people have actually ever come to me and asked me a question. They've just called it a scam. Off they go. So I never pay credence to when people do write-ups or posts saying it's a scam, because no one's ever spoken to me. So if they haven't spoken to me, they have none of the facts whatsoever. Okay? So if you want to call me a scammer, or something like, come and talk to me first, and then you can throw mud at me as much as you like. But I know what I'm doing is the right thing for the world and the right thing for you guys. Okay? So, as I said, I don't get offended personally, but when it comes to Bitcoin Ascension, I will defend it. So, that's all good. So, remember these competitions, guys. These competitions are meant to be fun and meant to get you involved, and so we can grow Bitcoin Ascension. So, I don't see it as a problem finding 50 people rather quickly who want to share that vision. We know there's millions of them out there, and there's thousands of us in here. So it should not be a problem to find 50 people who want to share that. As I said, Warren Irvine's already kicked it off. I know Elaine's going out and signing people up who are into charities. She's known these people for years, and they're putting her in touch with other people who she will bring into Bitcoin Ascension. And they'll go in the matrix as well, obviously. But because they have those values of charities and helping to heal the world, they're the people we're after. The people who have a positive mindset and want to make a difference and want to get involved and are happy to get involved with what we're doing. Okay? So that's what you're looking for when you're talking to someone. I hope that helped. What else is going on? I've got tomorrow off until tomorrow night. And then it's I'm going out to dinner with Tom and a bit of a bucks night sort of thing. Nothing too hairy scary. So do that. And then, of course, I've got the wedding on Saturday afternoon and I fly back on Sunday. So busy. And but it's been nice down here. I've loved it. You'd love Tasmania. If you ever get a chance to come to Australia or you're in Australia, come to Tasmania. Daz Kay, who's in Bitcoin Ascension, he's coming in down into Tasmania tomorrow for the wedding. And he's staying at the same hotel I am. So I'll be able to connect with Dazza tomorrow, which will be awesome. I'll see if I can get a happy snap of us. And he wants to ask me a few questions and things like that. And you don't see Dazza online much in terms of Facebook and stuff. He doesn't advertise on Facebook. Doesn't touch it. Because he says there's just too much crap on Facebook. It's flooded with crap programs and crappy people, as far as he's concerned, who think everything you do, they have a right to judge you on. So even if it's none of their business. So he advertises in different ways. He does old school stuff, but he does uses other social medias. And so he doesn't use Facebook all that much. But I really encourage everyone to get onto the Bitcoin Ascension YouTube channel, hit that playlist, and just let it play through. Just if everyone does that, you watch the views go up, the likes go up, and it spreads it out more and more for everyone to see. It's a lot like the juicing we do. You know, we got thousands of people in here. Should not be hard, even if you're not going to place an ad. It's not hard to like, comment, or share. And advertising, guys. So it just takes a bit of commitment. That's all it is. As I said, not expecting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm expecting 10 whole bloody minutes a day. 10 minutes? 10? Count them. 10. That's 10, isn't it? Yeah, 10. I can't count. No, that's 10 minutes. That's it. And we've already proved on videos it takes less than that anyway. But if you go on YouTube, just hit the play on the playlist. You know, leave that, go to another tab and do a bit of Facebook juicing. You know, you've done your 10 minutes in the day and you've covered a big area. And of course, we've got Instagram as well. You can go onto your Instagram on your phone, hit like on the post that Terry's putting up. I mean, Terry's putting in a lot of work, like the other admins. She's putting a lot of work putting the stuff into social media, guys. Do with the respect of liking, commenting, and sharing some of those posts on Twitter and things like that as well, because they're working hard for you, not just for them. They're doing it for you too. So let's show a bit of support for the ladies who are working so hard to make our lives better. Okay, and they're not getting paid for it. They're just like you. They're just stepping up. That's all they're doing, and you don't need to be an admin to step up, because Clive Anderson proves it. Craig Smith, Reno, Kath, the list goes on. Gianno, Keith, I can name literally hundreds of people who step up every day, and they've got their own problems. Believe me, Gianna's got her problems, but she still comes in and I'm not trying to make you feel guilty. I just want you to understand how it's not hard, no matter what's going on in your life. It is not hard to show a bit of respect and help out a bit. You know, you don't even have to do much. As I said, if you're just doing the YouTube, I'll be happy. You know, Facebook is great. We get comments when people answer the questions, come into the Facebook group, and sometimes it's just binary options people and stuff like that. And they said, oh, how did you find out about, Bitcoin Ascension or something like that? How did you find out about this group? And comments such as, Terry showed me a couple, so comments such as, because it's everywhere. It's all I see. These are the comments we're getting. We're not letting those people in because they're just binary option traders, which is 99.9% of the time it's a scam. So so we don't allow them in here because all they're interested in doing is advertising their binary option trades. But the answers we're getting when they do decide to answer is like, because I see it everywhere. That's why they want to come in, because they think these guys are switched on. I can hopefully, grab some of them. And that's what a lot of people are trying to do. They wanted to grab us away from what we're doing because they see that what we're doing and we're positive-minded people. And that's what any business, any program wants, is people like you. So be proud of yourselves as well. Okay? Okay, so I've nagged you enough. Let's see. So, yeah, if you're going to buy a position anyway, go onto Tom's post and say you have, because as soon as he's got 50 people there, I think he said he'll buy 50 accounts himself, and that's 100 accounts pushing us through. And also, the other competition is if you've introduced someone, put their number that they came in at in the comments, so they'll get an earlier position and you'll get an earlier position too. Okay? So, as I said, have fun, get involved. It's not hard, and it doesn't hurt either. So, remember, I'm accessible. The admin are accessible. So many of you are contacting them, and they're more than happy to help all the time, okay? Because this is their passion too. There you go. See, it's not hard. Okay, I love you all very, very much. You make every day worth getting up and getting stuck in. You're the reason, you guys are the reason I do this. It's not, as I said, it's not about me, it's about we. And it really does mean something when it's you guys that lift me up so much so I can put so much energy into Bitcoin Ascension and want to keep doing it every single day. Not one day have I felt, do I really want to do this? I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is I reach my phone, look for messages, look for notifications, even before I've, had my first glass of water in the morning, or a cup of coffee or anything like that. So that's what you guys do for me. And I hope I do the same for you with these lives and the posts I do and the competitions we run and my general insights into marketing and things like that, and being as transparent as I can be and as honest with you as anyone probably ever has who owns a program. And I hope I'm doing a good enough job. So let me know if I'm not, because I'll do better. It's simple as that. This is going to be my life. This is going to be my passion. I hope it's going to be part of your lives as well. So, all right, guys, I'll say good night now. And sorry, no, I'm not. Stuffed it up. Something else I had to talk about. Chuck's going to kill me. Next weekend. No, so not this weekend. Next weekend, right? We're doing welcoming people, I want you to, we'll call it a prospect call for now because you know what I'm talking about, but invite them along to our call, right, to my call with Chuck on Zoom. He's put a post up and it's really cool. You click on it and it takes you to a whole page. This is what you can share because it has information on there and things like that, and it's really, really cool. I love it. He showed me last night. It was just awesome. Very professional and awesome. And invite people along. The times are there, the dates and times are there in USA time, Central time, UK time, and Australian time. Okay, and I'll be doing two, one on each day on the weekend. I think it's Friday and Saturday or something like that, depending on what date it is. And I'll be telling people what Bitcoin Ascension is all about, what we want to do, and I'll tell them how we're doing it. Okay, and so it's not just for all you guys to bring on people that you want to who want to ask questions and who want to hear firsthand from the owner what we're doing and why we're doing it. And I'm quite happy. One, I've got to be up to like 5 a.m. before we even start the call because I've got to make sure I get everyone. And I'm quite happy to stay up till 5 a.m. and then do a 30-minute call up or something like that, which will be recorded. But don't let that deter you from coming on, because if there's people on, I love it. It just means you care enough for me to spend my time doing this to help you. So anyone who's asking questions and you're not really sure you can explain it well enough, bring them onto the call. So Chuck's got a link in there and everything like that, and something you can share. So if everyone shares that, we'll get people coming along to that call, and he'll monitor for things, and he's going to show us things while I do the talking, because that's what I'm really, really good at, talking under wet cement. All right, okay, now I'm going. I had to mention that. This is really important, though, these calls. So that's not this weekend, next weekend. He's got the dates there and everything. So I'll talk to you all again later. See you for now. Bye-bye.